There's something interesting about the fact that you clicked on this video. You're not randomly searching for answers. You're looking for a confirmation. You are looking for a true confirmation about what you're going through. Because lately you've been feeling something that you can't fully put your finger on, or you can't fully name what it is. And you know where you want to go. You can see it so clearly in your mind's eye, but you're not there yet. But the gap, this space in between where you are and where you want to go, it has been feeling heavier lately, heavier than usual. So it's really at the forefront of your mind. Some days you feel electric, just electric and infused with energy. And then there are other days where you can barely get out of bed because things feel so heavy and just like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And it feels like you're running in place and you're going nowhere. You, my friend, are standing in one of the most important places right now that you will ever stand in your life's journey. And that is the in-between. This is a phase of spiritual awakening that is known as the in-between phase. And it is so, so very important. And here's why. You're living in two realities right now. You're living in two realities simultaneously. The reality that you can see all around you, you can see, touch, and feel, and then the reality that you dream about, the reality that you can sense, that is right within your reach, that's close. You can sense this reality. And, you know, if you really tap into that place that you want to be, you can truly feel what it's going to feel like to be there and to reach that. And so this gap is where you're feeling stuck right now. You're feeling stuck here. And it's frustrating, it's disorienting, it's really hard some days because there's days you feel unstoppable, inconquerable. And then other days you feel inadequate, you feel heavy, and you feel like you're not enough. And so imagine what it's going to feel like to truly bridge that gap, because that's what you're doing right now. You're in between, but you are bridging the gap one step at a time through every step of the way. So stay with me here and let me explain this a little more. So many people are in this phase right now. And so I want to remind you that growth, spiritual growth, is not linear. We don't just go to point A to point B to point C and there we are. That's not how it works. We go through a lot of ups and downs. We go through all of these feelings of going 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And we go through this often. But what I want to remind you of is that this is all part of the forward process. It really is, even though it doesn't feel like it right now. And maybe you haven't stopped to realize how far you've come and that you continue to show up each day. You do. You're continuing to show up as hard as it is as it is for me to show up every day. I'm doing it. And transformation, it feels like weight. That's why you feel this heaviness. So what you're feeling, we can't base our process or our progress of this process, we can't base our progress on how we're feeling, because the feelings are not facts, and the feelings will tell us lies, okay? You can't base it on how you're feeling, because every step, no matter how you're feeling, is a small triumph, because you're getting a bit closer, and we celebrate every triumph, every step of the way, okay? And, if you didn't still believe in your dreams, you wouldn't still be going and you wouldn't still be thinking about them. So that's faith right there. There's a part of you, there is a part deep within you that knows that you can get there. The ego mind's going to tell you a lot of things many days, and you're going to feel like you want to quit. And you may feel like you want to lay down, and you want to feel like you just give up sometimes. And I know what that feels like. And I see you. I see all of you that feel this way. And so every person that has achieved their dreams, even one of them, every person has been in this in-between phase that you're in. They had to walk through it. They had to navigate it. And it built them into the person that they are today. This phase of transformation, this in-between phase. You go from belief to doubt, like every other day. The thoughts are just back and forth. And that truly is part of this phase. And as long as you keep moving, you're going to get there. You absolutely are going to get there, because there's that force inside of you that is not going to allow you to stop. And you're so much closer than you can possibly imagine. So many people give up on their dreams, their hopes, their desires, what they've been trying to really work toward right before the breakthrough happens. So I don't want that to be you. I want you to keep going and remind yourself of the little things. You showed up today. You're watching this video today. You got out of bed today. You got dressed today. The little things are going to get you there on the hard days. And this I can absolutely promise you. I promise you. So you are taking tiny actions every day toward getting to this version of you that exists and leaving behind this version of you that is dissolving. And the in-between phase is not measured by some giant milestone. It's measured by these small triumphs, these small steps that we're making. That's how you measure it. And if you're learning every day, if you're learning a little something every day, you have to realize that that's pushing you forward, even when it doesn't feel like it. It's pushing you forward into that version that you're dreaming of. And, we all have this vision of how that's going to feel and this feeling of that. And you are moving toward that right now. You're not running out of time. You're not doing anything wrong. You are exactly where you need to be in this journey. Because again, everybody that has made it, so to speak, closer to where they want to be, or maybe where they want to be when it comes to some certain thing, they have been in this in-between phase that we're in right now. They've been here. And the thing about it, you can't get to that dream version of yourself without walking through this. So it's incredibly necessary. It's part of the journey. You can't just jump from one cliff to the next. You've got to walk across this bridge of in-between and this bridge of transformation. And I just want to encourage you to keep going. Keep walking this walk. Keep believing and keep celebrating every triumph in your life, no matter how small it may seem. Because what I've noticed in my life is that the small things really are the big things. What feels like a small step toward a goal or a huge achievement really is a big thing. And that's how I've been getting to where I want to be. So keep going. And I'm going to keep going with you. Why? Because I believe in my dreams. I believe in yours. I believe that we all have so much better around the corner. And I can feel those better times and those better versions of us coming forward. I can feel it. I'm tapped into enough around me that I can feel it. So keep going. And I'm going to catch you guys on my next video. Love you so much.